Alexa, how do you say goodbye in Japanese?
Goodbye in Japanese is さようなら.
So, arigato. Sayonara. Alexa, how do you say in Japanese, my name is Doug?
My name is Doug in Japanese is 私の名前はダグです.
And I'm a member, and I've been practicing since 1987.
Fantastic.
I'm Michelle's husband. My name is Jacques, and we live up in the mountains about 20 minutes from here. And I've been practicing for, I think, close to 20 years now.
Wow. And you guys were part of the Washington,
We were,
D.C.
we lived in Washington, 2 miles from the temple.
Yeah, sometimes it's slower than others, you know, but also the app tells me the best times to work. The app is a very good app. So you're walking into the big room?
No, I left the room now outside.
Oh, you're outside.
Yeah. Do you remember the Hongyoji building?
Oh, yeah. Are you actually walking to the train?
ほら、本行寺。こんな感じで。
Oh, wow.
The 本行寺 name.
Yeah.
本行寺。で、Sky Tree maybe Sky Tree.
Oh, wow, there's a sky tree. Wow. Wow, there's a sky tree where we met. Show me that again. Look how close that is. So this is me, the very first day after Amy's in the middle. She's my Nichiren Shoshu sponsor. And this next video clip, well, I just recorded last night when we had a live Facebook Messenger, and she took me to the temple, dude. I know. Wow. And here's the front door. Wow. Wow, this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
なお映ってるからハローって言っても
Hello.
誰ね
Konnichiwa.
アメリカの人。
Konnichiwa. Happy New Year. Konnichiwa. Wow. Hello. Hello.
ダグラスさんって言ってもらっていいですか。ダグラスさん、こんにちは。ダグラスさん。
Hello. 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 Hello.
ありがとうございます。あ、そうなんです。いや、あれ？トラックのね。あ、そう、トラックの方です。あれ。
Oh, wonderful.
So she remember about you.
Oh.
You truck driver. She remembers.
Yeah, she looked familiar. Yeah. Well, this was better than being at your house. I got to see the temple.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nice.
maybe we could do the temple meetings more often.
Sometime.
三枚安城に記号シャリオツ勝負知恵人人無料語知恵門難下難入一切小門百死仏小風の知小医者が仏像真言百千万の組む衆小仏人行小仏無料道法有名小人名小不門上十人人未造右法随義小説一種難下シャリオツ五十成仏以来主十因縁主十非有公縁言教無主法弁インド主上料理小弱小医者が如来法弁知見原密会具足シャリ発如来知見高大人の無料無下力無償以前上下脱三昧人有無最上十
Yeah. Yeah. So are you going to?
はい。
Are you
We
going
have
to?
to decide the next meeting.
Okay. When's the next meeting?
Maybe. Tomorrow again 11 o'clock will be fine for you. Tomorrow 11 for me, so same time tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
7?
Okay. 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, my friend. I'll let you go. Thank you for showing me the temple.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye bye. Have a good day. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
So yes, we spent 12 years at the temple there.
And I thought that was interesting because I just watched that video today because I was putting together a video anticipating I wanted to do this. So that was interesting. You've been there. And I'm also, to tell you the truth, I'm horrible with names. So this is a way I can remember your names.
And incidentally, we were in that temple in France about a month and a half ago.
Really? That must have been and do you speak fluent French then, both of you?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hi, my name is Hyun. I live in Denver. I pray this religion 29 years.
29 years. Wow. Did you, have you been in the United States all this time? 29 years?
I no pray to Korean too.
Oh.
Army, USA, and 1991 years.
Oh, so you came from Korea?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, fantastic. We have a diverse group. And now you, my friend. You were the first person I met when I walked in the door.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. こんにちは。
こんにちは。
亀井です。コロラドの幹事を務めさせていただいております。で、
Oh, you can speak Japanese too to her if you want. She'll understand what you're saying. I won't, but she will. It's up to you.
Yeah. So, ぜひ機会がありましたら、ぜひコロラドの方へ来てください。
Amy, I can't understand what he's saying, but it's great.
I told her, if she's got a chance, just please come to.
Oh yeah, I told Amy I probably I have so much gratitude for her. I'm going to work really hard and pay for her airfare. Bring her here. That's my goal. Alexa, how do you say in Japanese, "My name is Doug and I live in Denver, Colorado"?
My name is Doug and I live in Denver, Colorado. In Japanese is
私の名前はダグです。コロラド州デンバーに住んでいます。
Alexa, how do you say in Japanese, "I drive for Lyft"?
I drive for Lyft. In Japanese is
私はリフトで運転します。
Alexa, how do you say in Japanese, "I've been to Japan 5 times"?
I've been to Japan 5 times. In Japanese is
日本には5回行ったことがある。
Alexa, how do I say in Japanese, the last time I was in Japan was 4 years ago?
The last time I was in Japan was 4 years ago. In Japanese is
私が最後に日本に行ったのは4年前。
Alexa, how do I say in Japanese, the first time I went to Japan was October of 2017?
The first time I went to Japan was October of 2017. In Japanese is
私が初めて日本に行ったのは2017年10月でした。
Are there any other American members of your temple like me? Other Americans that belong to that temple?
Yes, there are some. I know only one, but he is living in Japan. He married to Lady Hokkeko member.
So you have there's an American member there that's married to a Japanese member, and he lives there.
So that's right. Hongyoji member, Lady Hongyoji member married with American member.
He
chapbook him.
Oh, wow, that is wonderful. Wow.
He was living in U.S., but when they got married, he moved to Japan. Now they have one boy.
Man,
5 years old.
What a blessed life for him to come to Japan. And then he didn't know that she was going to shakubuku him and then get married and then have a child. Wow, that is, wow. I bet he's happy.
Yes.
I bet he's happy. Do you know him?
Yes. I talked to him a bit.
Wow, what a lucky person.
Lucky.
But anyway, my friend, I guess thank you for sharing. I like to know more stories about the temple, and so I guess we should get now. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? The one.
Same as yesterday.
Okay.
Only page 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
Today no ring the bell.
Okay.
So because here small room.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of office. 入って始めます。南無法蓮華経。南無法蓮華経。
Alexa, how do you say in Japanese, where is the Tokyo Skytree?
What would you like me to translate to Japanese?
Where is the Tokyo Skytree?
Where, in Japanese is
どこ
Alexa, where is the Tokyo Skytree in Japanese?
Tokyo Skytree, in Japanese is
東京スカイツリ
Okay, wonderful. Alexa, can you tell me the time in Tokyo?
In Tokyo, it's 12:29 p.m.
Alexa, can you tell me the time in Denver, Colorado?
In Denver, it's 9:29 p.m.
Alexa, who am I?
I'm talking to Doug. This is Doug's account.
Alexa, can you sing a song?
I've been thinking a lot about what makes me feel happy. The little things that happen day to day. It's a forecast full of sun, or a recipe for fun. The daily news or playing songs that put you in a groove. I just want to say thank you. It's your team's winning score, or a list for the store. Turning on your coffee pot when you laugh at my jokes or not. I'd like to say thank you.
Wonderful. Alexa, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old. If I was an Olympian, I'd be a perfect score.
Alexa, where were you born?
I consider Seattle my hometown. It's one of the cloudiest cities in the United States, and that's probably why I feel at home, living in the cloud.
That's probably what these videos are going to turn out to be. Matthew McConaughey, Dean Graciosi specifically talk about the value of journaling. Starbucks, Saturday morning. I'm 71 years old, a few days before my mom's 90th birthday, January 1st. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I wasn't there when my dad celebrated his 90th birthday, and I wasn't there when my dad died.
Faith.
I think.
You convert or you became
I'm converted
to
Buddhist.
What took you to that?
Change. The practice in the early stages of it, when it was introduced to me, was that it could change your life if that's what you were looking for. And at that time, that is definitely what I wanted.
Had you broken up at that time?
No, I was still there. It was actually the shot in the movie right after I had taken the medicine that makes you sleep. And
Took a lot of it.
Yeah. And when I woke up, I thought, well, okay, this is my life. I accept. And then the message came, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, that it could change your life. And I had to teach myself because I didn't have the freedom to actually go to meetings or for people to come to me. So I remember working really hard, and I'm happy that I did it that way because it was on my own that I really struggled for it. And it changed my life.
And the message came from where?
There were a group of people called the Nichiren Shoshu organization. President Ikeda was the president from Japan that organized the gift to us. And the members were older people, older members that had been chanting for a length of time, that had people to go door to door, something like, what do you call it? Avon.
Here, but there's sun stuff happening, light stuff, and I got these magnets on my thing where I can put the phone so you can't breathe. I got my This is Doug Guermo. Welcome to Driving to Tokyo. Click on the subscribe button, the like button. Come on inside and check out what I'm doing. I love truck driving. I'm going to be sharing a video every single day about how I drive a truck, but also the whole system I have of having fun, traveling. I've been to Japan 5 times in 2 years. I have more fun driving a truck than any other thing I've ever done in my life. Plus, I saved $38,000 last year. So if you're curious about truck driving, check it out. Click on the subscribe button, the like button. I look forward to seeing you on the inside, sharing my videos with you.
Buddhism is also a way of living, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
It's more than a faith.
Yes. Actually, what happened, how I view it is that it is something that one depends on. Like, I think, like, I need my refrigerator, I need the clothing on my back, I need shelter. And chanting takes care of that spiritual side, that subconscious mind that I tap into. My reality is God is giving us the faith, but we have to find it, we have to work on it to find the God within us, that, let's say, that coin. And when you chant, when you get into the rhythm, the sound.
Is the chant to God?
It is to the coin, let's say, within us, which is the subconscious mind.
Now, with the way you sing, you must be the #1 Buddhist chanter in the world. If there's a God, he's saying, pray again.
He said he heard me.
Chant again. I mean, you're getting chanting for free, right? The angels are getting you for nothing.
You should make a joke.
I'm not making a joke. Yes, you can, because Buddhists can laugh. I've met many Buddhists. They laugh a lot at themselves, right? Well, good faiths can always laugh at themselves, right?
And strong believers.
Can you do a chant?
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. That's what I do.
That's it?
Oh, it's that, but then there are 5 prayers. But
Can you give me a little variation? I like that.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Hoben Bon Tai Ni. Niji say sanju dhammayan jo niki go javis jo bo jiye den den muryo go jiye manang ge nanya veda jo manak di buryo bo no ji jo we chaga prasa danda naga dan man naga mo jo jo bada danya jo bada muryo jo im yo jo sim yo jo gu man jo jo jin ten bi so wu go zui ki jo sa di jo nang ge jo res go jo jo bo the ra jo jo i nan jo jo hi yo ho en khang yo mu ju ho pen en do jo jo vi jo dak jo we chaga chicken arms ga i gu das na ra ji ken go ra jin dan muryo mo ge rik mo jo we san jo ge da san ma jin yo mo sa Jojo is that these are who watch us no run no juju but message ho ka jenu na ne ga juju is your kanti mo yo mo these are who buju jojo and so on. That's one of the first prayers.
What am I doing here? What are you doing here? You, me, us, together right now. Now, I think we're all trying to figure out the riddle. You know, put some rhyme to the reason and answer the bigger existential question of what the hell are we doing here in this life that we're living? In this life that sometimes we feel like we're not living at all. I get it, man. We live in such uncertain times. We are constantly searching for answers, constantly searching for our sanity even. We're just looking for some solid ground to step on. It's damn hard to find. We're not quite sure how to move forward, much less where we'd be going when we do. Yes, the future, it's foggy. And it seems like on this highway called life, everybody's got their hazard lights on. We're asking the question, is this all there is? Is this just how it's got to be? We don't know who to trust. We don't know what to believe in. So what do? We find ourselves chasing every single fad that the world tells us we should chase. And none of them seem to get us where we want to go. No, they just have us going in circles, revolving, getting dizzy, instead of evolving. And you know what I'm sorry and congratulations at the same time fact of our situation is? No one's come to save us. That's the first thing we got to admit. No, that genie in a bottle is still just a genie. That lottery ticket probably ain't going to hit the jackpot. And those goals and dreams that we have ain't going to reach themselves on their own. And that's why right now is the time to adapt, to evolve, to take inventory. That's why right now is the time to renegotiate who we are, how we treat each other. That's why right now is the time to re-engineer how we can get to where we want and need to go. That's why right now is the time to restore what's worth keeping from our past and what's worth taking into our future. It is time to not just find solid ground. It's time to admit that the solid ground that we seek is also higher ground. A place where we can truly have more value, choice, balance, joy, love, health, security, freedom, divinity.
This is Paramahansa Yogananda's called his last smile. He gave a speech at the Biltmore Hotel in 1951. He came to the United States originally in 1920, way before Deepak Chopra, Thich Nhat Hanh, Marianne Williamson, all the people we know today. 1920, imagine his ashram was founded in Encinitas, California in 1945, 8 years before I was born. Little did I know, because I was not born in 45, he'd make his transition, and he predicted his death before it happened. He gave his last speech, and he collapsed to the floor. And that would be his transition. But in his lifetime, you may not know this, but George Harrison of the Beatles was a big fan of Paramahansa Yogananda. He gave out copies of his autobiography of a yogi. You may not know that George Harrison's best friend was Ravi Shankar, that lived in Encinitas, California. You may not know that I lived in Encinitas, California, right around the corner from the ashram, for about 16 years before coming to Denver.
Where we can get more out of our life, our relationships, our careers, ourselves. So let me answer that question that I asked earlier. How the hell did I get here today with you? And what's my goal? As I said, after my book Green Lights was published, and people asked me to dive deeper into the process, they asked me questions like, McConaughey, tell me more about that methodology to determine whether a light in my life is green, yellow, or red. I want to hear more on that. They asked me questions like, how do I know if I can trust a green light? How do I know if a green light is just a battery-powered flash in the pan or some timeless solar-powered green light that I can rely on leading me home? They asked me, how do I know what choice to make at the yellow lights in my life? When do I heed caution and slow down because I need to? And when do I put the pedal to the metal and blow through that damn thing? They asked me about those red lights. He said, how do I trust and believe that there's actually a gift for me in every red light that stops me in my tracks? They also asked me, what do you mean by the art of living? Well, I needed to ponder those questions. So, alone, I went to my favorite office. I buckled up in my favorite seat, and I started crossing the highways and byways of North America. Yes, I took a road trip.
You're turning red.
Shabbos is it's the eve of my holiday. Those are not words, but they are a prayer, right? They're what are they? What is it? Just sounds?
It's sounds, and the sounds resonate the chakras and starts the wheels turning there, and that is the whole vibration that makes the contact actually with the subconscious mind. They are words. It reads similar, I would say, in some way, like the Bible. We have translations now of what but it reads, it's scientific kind of. It reads, you must be able to just take it in to understand it.
This is Sandy. If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. Photos and videos with explanation and my voice. My Lyft riders tell me I've now picked up over 3,000. I first got on the Lyft platform. It's third generation of driving. I tell my Lyft riders I've been driving 23 years. First, it all started when I was the #1 massage therapist at the Brown Palace in Denver years ago. And I used to take a cab down to the Brown Palace to go do my massage. I was making $65 an hour plus tip. And my rent was only $200 and a loft, actually a room in a beautiful mansion. This is Brian and Sandy, two of, I can't tell you who my best friends are. I've got so many, but I have a handful of people that I love, and Brian and Sandy are two of my best friends. I met Brian 13 years ago when he and I were doing hangouts with an internet company called Empower Network. He and I went to events together. Now, this is the view my riders, most of the time I pick up one person. This is the view they see from my back seat, and I'm sitting in the driver's seat. And this is the view they have when I'm talking to them about my channel. This is my black all-electric Kia.
I don't know what that means, Squire. We'll call it the Top Gun. We can reframe it, you know. It'll be Knight's Transportation's training, but we can call it what we want, right? You get to go through the Top Gun, driving to Tokyo, high performance ninja team training. It's the entry point. You have to go through that training before you even get qualified to be on the high performance team, right? You have to be weird. You have to go through Squire, okay? Which means you have to be a part of Knight, which means you have to go through the orientation. You have to go out with one of their trainers, okay? I could train you, but just to keep everything above board, including you have to go through one of the recruiters. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Recruiter, okay? Squire, orientation, go out with the trainer, go out in the truck, get your own truck, and start going down the highway. Get your first load, okay? Grasshopper, you have to get some experience before you join our team. So I don't take anybody. You have to qualify to be a part of the Driving to Tokyo team. What do you mean you have to qualify? I've already qualified to be. I'm a Knight employee. I'm a driver. Yeah, of course. You know you are. But you're got to make sure you're one of us. You know, you're one of us, because we all have to vibrate at the same level. You know, we have to have the same vision. We have to be synchronized. You know, you have to be on the same wavelength. So we have to be able to use the same code language. When I talk about certain stuff, you can't think it's weird. You have to understand it's total creative intelligence, emotional intelligence. You're gonna have to be different than all the other truck drivers. Okay? So first you have to be a regular truck driver. Go through the regular steps, just like I did. I was a regular truck driver about 12 years ago. And then I became enlightened about 3 years ago when I went to Japan. Okay? Now, for you to become an enlightened Driving to Tokyo high performance team member, you also have to go to Tokyo. Before you can go to Tokyo, you have to go through a recruiter. You have to, just make the decision to be a truck driver, go through Squire, orientation, training. That's going to take you a while. It took me about 45 days to get through all the preliminary things. And then I drove for about 7 months before I even thought, I got this thing. Ooh, I got this thing. I want to do this. I want to do this thing. Now that's 12 years ago. Okay. So you have to go through some steps, and then you have to show me you really want it. I just don't put anyone in the number one spot. You could be in the number one spot of the Driving to Tokyo team. You know what that means? You're the number one guy or girl. Girl or guy. I even accept aliens. Don't tell Night that. I picked up a really cool alien up in Oregon the other day. Really cool dude. Look,
3, 4, 8 times it's
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Have them in your transfer it out.
Someone that rides the truck, and we have to register them with the company for insurance purposes and stuff. But I've had only one person on my truck, but the whole time I've been with Knight, which is going on 9 years. My friend Cheryl rode with me for 2 full weeks. I give her credit.
Today we're in the company of a phenomenal success story. Dean Graziosi is a multi-millionaire.
Your ability and desire to influence so many people in such unanimously positive ways is truly inspiring.
You don't have a heart-centered reason on why the hell you want it. That's why everybody gives up on the 5-yard line.
It's entrepreneurs like Dean that are helping make the world a better place.
He is source of just incredible information.
Million books sold total.
Living legend. Hundreds of millions of dollars in sales.
His takeaways have been inspiring so many people.
It's reaching millions of people online.
Biggest names in the history of this.
When I first met Dean, I just got to know his heart and his soul, and it's felt like my brother.
So many lives.
Sometimes it takes someone seeing in you what you don't even see in yourself. The man changed my life.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you so much, Dean.
I really do appreciate it.
Give it up for my partner, dear friend, Dean Graziosi, everybody. Give it up for him.
We've got a lot of videos here, and at the end of the day, I feel, as I'm watching the videos of you and going through the videos myself, like, I feel that people can connect to you in a way, and if you keep these videos in a pattern that let people have a dose of you and what you're talking about, then they want more, so they click next to the next video and next to the next video. And yes, maybe there are those videos that are like an hour long. I'm not saying that you can't have long videos. I like the idea for right now, thinking of keeping it as short and as concise and compelling as well. You want to have things that are really get people to think. Like earlier this week, you had a video that was you in the truck, and you had, you were going through some personal feelings, and you were just kind of feeling like whatever. And then later in the next clip, you were like back at it. Energy was high through the roof, and it was like, that was great video right there. And I could just see people getting connected to the real talk. Just like right now, you're in your truck. It's so cool. Like people are actually interested in the truck lifestyle, whether they want to do it or not. Just like van life, there are a lot of people that are interested in traveling in a van or in a bus. More people are interested in watching it than actually doing it. So if you actually are doing it yourself, well, you have that attractor factor that people are going to want to watch you, you know. So that's really what it's all about, finding something that you love and tap into it. Like Michelle and I, we love travel, we love video, we love the van. You know, that's what we share. We love personal development. Same stuff that you are loving as well, only you do it in the truck life. You know, you're doing it in the back of a truck sleeper. You've got that as that's your travel space, that's your studio, that's your everything right there, and you're able to kind of just blast off to all different places in the country. So what's that?
Absolutely.
Michelle wants to add something.
Yeah, I just want to say that inspires people to use like the way you inspired you, considering people on the road. If someone wanted to actually pursue a job or career after maybe they're done on the road, the position would fulfill the desire.
Right.
No way to allow you to see for an absolute fact that you have a life experience, a skill, a hobby, a passion, a mess that could become a message that could be the most valuable asset you own once it's turned into a course, a coaching program, a mastermind, a workshop. And I want you to write this down because this category is going to change the world. It's called assistance-based creation. What does that mean? We need help. We need someone to keep us accountable. We need someone to point the way and say, no, let me guide you in this direction. Well, we just took the last year and a lot of money and created Gigi, our AI that thinks like Tony and I. You have a guide that's with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that thinks like Tony and I. And lastly, you need the right tool. How do you implement? How do you make it real? Well, that's what we created. You have access to the all-in-one tool that replaces 12 others with nothing else you need. And we would love for you on this page in a moment, click the link and go take a test ride for a whole 14 days for $1 and see what it's like to have the right map, the right guide, and the right tools. If you've ever tried and failed, click the link below, try this for $1. If you're in this game and you don't know why you can't scale and make it more profitable, more exciting, click the link below and try this for $1. If you're in business and you don't have a knowledge product, you're already being left behind. Click the link below, take a test drive for 14 days for just $1. We're gonna donate that $1 to Feeding America. It's my partner Tony's passion. It's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna see you why the game has officially changed. No one else has assistance-based creation except us. See why you've been being held back. See what you were missing. It's here. It's now. The game has changed. We'll see you on the inside.
This online avenue because I knew that it was a business that's so much more duplicatable than a brick and mortar. So you know, if you're telling yourself that you know you're scared or you're watching us and you don't know this is for you, just get in, connect with whoever who invited you here, and be open to just receive all this information because I'm telling you, it's an amazing business to get into. And I mean, as you watch everybody on this panel, we all come from different backgrounds, different ages, so anybody can do this. So that's my brief introduction. I'm just going to pass it back on to you, Doug.
Thank you so much, Emily. And one thing I heard when you were talking too, I think you said you first went into business when you were 20 years old. You know,
yeah.
I think with all the studies I've done on people being entrepreneurs, type of people, you have a certain mindset in your consciousness. And a lot of people started like paper routes or mowing lawns or having a lemonade stand. You know, oftentimes that type of spirit or that type of mindset starts at a very early age. And sometimes you can feel maybe a little disconnected from other people, or perhaps your parents are telling you to go to school and get a job, but there's something deep inside of you that's pushing you to look for something different. And I think what I see in common with a lot of you, and I think if we explore this a little further tonight, that oftentimes that energy or that longing to not work for somebody else or not just trade time for dollars really probably started at a very early age. So you may even have a job now where you know it's not your career, and you're looking for something different, and you don't know what that is. And what Emily was talking about, that one of the best things you can do is just jump in. That's what I did. When I first looked at Empower Network, to be honest with you, I didn't completely understand it, but something was telling me to jump in, so I did it. And even now, after about a year, I found that I'm still learning. In fact, I'm going through all kinds of different stages now. It's like peeling layers of an onion. So my recommendation, like a lot of our panelists are talking about today, is just to jump in and know that you've got a lot of support, you're part of a family, and also to learn to get uncomfortable. I didn't think a year ago I'd be sitting on a hangout tonight and hosting it, but sometimes you just have to jump in and do it, and that's how you learn.
I don't know if you could hear any of that, but Michelle was just saying like how, like what you do, it inspires people to like, you know, be able to go and even create a living or a travel life. Like, let's say they think their travel days are over. Well, you know, they can go work, make money, and travel at the same time. So it's like, it's really a no-brainer when you think about it. Honestly, it really is.
Well, think about it. Let me break this down, Mike. Okay. It's really, really cool. Like we've talked about our experience with network marketing and affiliate marketing. Okay. What's cool, I was talking to my driver manager, Michael, who's a young guy, and he's open to part of this too. I said, I actually want to bring the culture of night in the office and you, my dispatcher, bring you onto my channel. So I'm like, here, I have a little dialogue with my manager, so it makes it more real.
Important to them, or having structure, or in some cases even being supervised. There are some people that like to be told what to do. So in some cases, a job would fit in. But what I heard was there was many times you got frustrated because you felt like you couldn't, use your creativity. You didn't have a lot of freedom. You didn't have a lot of empowerment. So you went from thing to thing. And what you have found with like network marketing and the internet, you have total freedom. You don't really have to ask any of our permission here if on the panel, or any of your teammates or anybody for permission to venture out on a new idea. You can just go for it.
So I can talk about the relationship with your driver manager and how close you are. And it's not typical corporate America. They're really cool. They're really hip. Like when they answer the phone, sometimes they're like, "Hey, brother." It's like, okay, yeah, everything's cool.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm a member at Myosenji Temple.
My name is Tim. Welcome to Myosenji Temple.
I've been a member for going on 5 years now.
I actually live just about a mile down the road from the temple. I'm a relatively new believer. It's actually 10 weeks yesterday, and it's been an incredible 10 weeks. It's changed my life, coming to the temple and participating in the practices.
Myosenji Temple is located in the United States, in the Washington, D.C. metro area. We're about 10 miles from the White House. The Washington, D.C. area is very international and diverse, and Myosenji Temple's membership reflects that.
It's like a very mystical feeling. It's a very much connected.
Washington, D.C. has a very special connection to Japan. In 1906, the first ever Japanese cherry trees were planted just a few miles from our temple. Just like in Japan, we share a love here in Washington, D.C. for the cherry blossom season.
Our temple is very open and very involved in getting local members and getting a sense of fellowship and community.
We try to leverage technology as much as we can, always utilizing the internet for shakabuku to attract young people to come to the temple. The majority of people who receive Gojukai here at Myosenji Temple are in their 20s and 30s. These new people who come to the temple almost always find us through the internet. I invite all of you to please come and check out our website, Instagram, or Facebook pages. And don't forget to like us.
My favorite part of the practice are Saturday mornings for morning gangyo, and the group that's here that cleans up the temple afterward.
Myosenji Hokkaigo members help out in many different ways. We help out on the internet, we have children who do the taiko drum, we clean up around the temple, and we help with moderating meetings. Oh, and we do videos too. We have many activities going on. We have children's meetings, study meetings, and schools even come here to learn more about Buddhism. And of course, we hold weekly Introduction to Buddhism meetings.
I hope to see you in Japan at the head temple.
So they're just real, it's real cool. But what my point is, what we're talking about is, when I bring in a driver from another company that's not happy, and they see my video and what I'm doing, and they're like, I'm not on daily pay. I mean, he can actually send the transfer before 10 o'clock in the morning, and he gets paid that night. I have to wait 2 weeks for a paycheck. That is so cool. Yeah, so I could go down. That I'm actually going to do a video. I love night. I'm going to go down point by point by point by point by point by point. So I have very specific reasons why I love night. So someone watches that. But what Mike was saying, he said, dude, we pay $1,500 per driver. So what that means, when you go to Japan, if you get your whole social media thing where you have enough traffic, enough signups in a month, you realize you could be sipping your, he said this, you could be sipping your latte or your sake in Japan and have 10 signups in the month and have $15,000 income while you're in Japan. And Night's supporting it. I only have to do one load a month. I can just say, hey, I'm making more money recruiting. I'm just gonna start going to Japan a lot. I'm gonna go to Japan every other month. Because I could go to Japan with visa 6 months out of the year.
Yeah, so I mean,
so how?
And now you're in Japan, and now people are watching. Hey, how's he in Japan? What's he doing? And then you just tell them that you just, you recruit and you.
I'm in my recruiting mode.
Exactly.
And hear me out on this. What's cool is, guess what? I'm just saying, let's say you were from another company, you saw this, and now you're with Night, you're in your night truck, I'm in my night truck, we're doing a hangout. Instead of the band, we're in the night truck. You have the same opportunity. You can be a seasoned driver for $1,500. You have the same opportunity. See the duplication? It's just like network marketing. I'm recruiting you into the opportunity, and then you have the same opportunity I have. 100% commission, $1,500 per. There's a power there, and pretty soon you have one driver, 2 drivers, 4 drivers, 10 drivers, all saying the same thing. It gets very powerful, and then I'm excited about it because I can create a situation that if 2-3 years from now I can't drive as much, I have another income stream.
Exactly.
I have something that I've created.
Well, you've also, with the YouTube channel and with not only your stories and your truck lifestyle, you can definitely be building something that's going to set you up, for what you're talking about. And it's a great thing to do. There are people out there that are your age or even a little older than you who are in a similar boat where it's time for them to make a decision, and maybe they just haven't thought about what you're talking about. So, you add that to the YouTube channel. You've got all these different things that you can add. And even giving value to whatever it is that you want to share. You could share your starting process about video. You could start, little things about truck driving stuff, because we want to piggyback off of keywords. Like, what topics are people most concerned about in the truck driving lifestyle? And you don't even have to go out there and make any extensive video. This could just be you, sitting right where you're sitting now, or in the truck, and just do a video, or you could even go live on the YouTube channel and do something like that. And then I can just make a video with I can use other B-roll footage of other truck driving stuff,
Man, you are you can't see yourself like I see you.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know that anyone. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, bro. How's things going with your girlfriend in the studio?
Good. Really good. Yeah,
Now we only have a few minutes together.
Yeah.
Tell me what's your typical. You work here.
Yeah.
When do you go to the studio?
Let's see. So I do about 4 days here, about 8 hours a day, and then I usually.
Yeah, this is a magic. Well, I just came out the back door.
I know.
I can't film you in the restaurant.
Was this your build? Where?
This is the back door, bro.
Nice. There you go.
I'm just telling you. Hello, my friend. Someday, some way, come up to my studio. Take half an hour. We could do off-duty shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, tell me about. So you work here 8 hours a day?
Yeah. So I'm usually here, and anytime I'm not here, I'm making music in a studio.
So it's like you. Anytime I'm not driving for Lyft.
Yeah.
I'm fucking making videos.
Yeah. Very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar. And I feel like you have to.
You understand? Don't you think I'm
a
pretty cool dude for 70?
You're pretty cool.
Now, what do you think?
70 is great. I don't think it doesn't seem like you're 70.
No, I'm not 70.
No.
Now, Bloom, yeah, he's gonna finish.
I'm back.
He's back. Tokyo, driving to Tokyo channel. Anyway, he's doing he knows me.
Oh, I know it. You got to get everything for Doug. Doug
Yeah.
means you got to get all the free stuff.
Yeah, all the free stuff. He
Doug
knows
loads
it.
it up. He's got a good palate.
Yeah.
You know?
Every day, man. I
Every
gotta
day.
drive, bro. I gotta pay my bills too, bro. I have to drive Lyft this afternoon, man. I
Yeah,
got
dude.
some street bonuses.
There you go.
We all gotta have to do what we have to do, man.
You got to do what you got to do.
And I know I'm coming here before the chips and salsa shit. But
Oh yeah, that's a given, man. We know, Just like I know your order. I got you.
Yeah. And this young lady,
Looking good?
she's a happening chick.
We're happening people.
You're happening people, man. So he's finishing up my burrito. I'm sending this to. I'm sending this to Tokyo. Tokyo.
What's up, Tokyo?
What's up,
Hey,
Tokyo?
This is Mac. My boy Bloom. Woo! Legal Peace, baby.
Yep.
Illegal Pete's Denver.
Illegal Pete's Denver. If you ever come to Tokyo, come to Denver. You gotta go to Legal Pete's. Right.
I'm gonna grab your chips.
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry, I'm a strange dude. I'm not the typical 69-year-old dude, man.
I love it. It's a good age.
Okay, here we go. I know there's no rush, bro.
How you been?
I'm
What's new? You still just every day?
every day making
many-
videos.
How many you done today so far?
I've done 4 already.
Nice. You drive this morning?
Yeah, I drove this morning, made $100 already.
Yeah, there you go.
I should be your 69-year-old hero, dude.
You are, man.
Yeah, you guys are all cool.
Not him.
No, I shaved my beard.
Yeah.
Do I look different?
A little bit.
No, do you think I look younger?
Definitely younger. Yeah. But honestly, you didn't look 70 with the beard.
Going with the Matthew McConaughey thing.
That's awesome, man. Are you hanging out here? Or are you taking it to go?
To go.
To go?
I mean, to here.
For here, let's do it.
This is my main dude. He's my favorite one. And Josh over here is like the main bartender. He does all kinds of shit. And
He's the best.
And so I'm doing nachos. Hello, Tokyo.
Hello, Tokyo.
Matthew McConaughey, I'm still trying to introduce you to my main dude here.
Dude, I would love to meet Matthew McConaughey.
No,
I'd like to
Matthew,
have it.
I really get, because I'm still grooving down my path, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy you're making those videos still and you're doing everything still.
Even though nobody's watching them, I still
Hey, I'm
make
watching them. Every now and then, man, I get on there and I see, I'm like, I wonder what Doug's up to. I wonder what his last video was.
Have you noticed me?
I'm noticing.
Okay. I love this dude because he's a young dude. I'm like 69 fucking years old.
But you don't look or act 69.
I don't
You feel
act
younger,
69.
you know?
I'm a younger dude.
Yeah, I feel it. You got the young energy.
I'm like a 30-something-year-old in a 69-year-old body.
Exactly.
And that's the key to life, dude.
It is.
And look you're just going for it. I didn't even tell you what to put in here.
Oh, I already know. Because what kind of meat you doing though? That's the big one.
I guess I would do chicken.
Let's do chicken.
It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you.
Doug likes it all.
Yeah, I like it all.
He likes
Hey,
everything.
I want you to know, folks out there in the listening audience, Chicago, Kyoto, Kazato, this is like the main American dude here. Like, hi, Kazato, hi.
You do just queso, right? Or you do both?
Yeah, we could do both.
Let's do
So
both.
if we have anybody coming from Tokyo, dude, and here's my dream, my bucket list thing.
What's your bucket list?
I want to bring Matthew McConaughey here.
Dude, let's do it. I'm down. I'm always down.
You know, that's my dream, to bring Matthew McConaughey to meet Josh in the back kitchen here.
That's it. Hear that?
Josh, I want my main goal before I died, bro, is to bring Matthew McConaughey in here to meet you.
That would be sick. I would love to meet Matthew McConaughey.
He's a cool dude, from what I know.
I'm sure he is. I can imagine. He's probably, yeah. How's that going? It's going well?
It's going well. I'm still on the Matthew McConaughey things. Tony Robbins and Matthew and Dean just did a major thing just 4 days ago. 2 hours a day. It's called Own Your Future.
Ooh. What's that about?
It's about being the best version of yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do, dude.
That's awesome, man. I could tell. You're always trying to do
The next level, dude.
You're trying to do what you want to do, but you're trying to do it
Next level, man.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm trying to inspire you because you're a young dude. You said you're a music engineer?
Yeah, I do music stuff. I do music production stuff. Yeah.
And my best friend, Christopher Stone, is a sound engineer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And I want you to meet him. I'm gonna pay for his fucking airline ticket to come and meet you.
Hell yeah. Where does he live?
He lives in Mount Shasta, California.
Oh, California.
I'm gonna make a video with some of his production stuff.
Yeah,
if you
man.
go to YouTube, type in Christopher Stone.
Christopher Stone.
Okay, you'll see his shit.
Oh shit. Hell yeah. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
You just do the nachos? You don't want to drink? You don't want anything fun? Cookies, nothing like that?
I guess I'm gonna do this. I can't believe I bumped into you again.
I know, man. I'm excited. I love seeing you here in the mornings. I didn't know you came in the morning.
No, because I wanted to see you, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You're on the lows in the back. No,
I know, they got
I
me
gotta
working.
tell, because we don't have any customers waiting for us right now. Most people are camera shy.
I'm pretty camera shy still. I'm a little camera shy. For
You
sure.
could be an actor, bro.
I don't know about that.
I hope because I get connected, Matthew, he discovers you.
Hey, that would be. I'll take it. I will gladly take it if that's.
But don't you think I look like a cool dude with my beard? I look
You
like.
do look cool with the beard. You look cool with the beard and without the beard.
One of those ZZ Top. Do you remember the ZZ
Yeah,
Top?
ZZ Top, yeah.
I convinced these Russian dudes. I'm a retired ZZ Top dude. I'm just driving Lyft for the hell of it. And I had him open up ZZ Top with a guy with the beard. I said, I'm just a millionaire. I just drive for Lyft for the hell.
Do they believe you?
Yeah, they believe me.
Awesome. I love that. That's so funny.
Just spontaneous. I was up
You
going
need
to
to get one of the hats that they had. Didn't they have hats and stuff?
Yeah. You know, remember the ZZ Top?
Oh yeah, dude. I love them. Yeah,
They were a cool dude.
Well, what's that song?
They had
Sharp Dressed Man was one of their songs. Yeah.
And they played in Denver a number of times.
Did they really?
Red Rocks.
Did you ever get to see them?
Yeah. I actually was a limo driver down in Hyatt. So you don't know a lot about me.
Yeah.
And I saw him getting on the bus. You got to admit that Red Rocks is one of the best venues.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Have you been to Red Rocks?
ZZ Top at Red. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love.
As a sound engineer, don't you think? You got to admit, Red Rocks has got to be out of the whole planet one of the best venues for rock.
100%. Yeah. I feel like Red Rocks is. It's just so unique. I think that's what makes it cool.
The view of and I, as a limo driver now, as a Lyft driver, I take people up all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, there's my bro.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
How you doing, man? It's good to see you, man.
He built. This guy is cool. I locked
yeah,
myself. He's a cool dude. See, that's why I love living here. See, anyway, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I was actually going over. Are you going to work?
I am. I was on break, so I only had like 3 minutes left.
Are you gonna be in the back kitchen?
The timing of you coming
Yeah.
I'm on break.
Synchronicity, bro.
It's perfect.
Are you gonna be in the back kitchen or the front?
Both. I'm working both today, so
Well,
I'll be
bro,
bouncing between both.
this was like 3 minutes of golden.
Amazing. It was amazing. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
No, bro, I
love
appreciate
seeing
you.
Doug.
Yeah.
Good seeing you. Are you coming in today?
Yeah, I'm coming right now. I was literally going to the restaurant.
I'll see you in 3 minutes then.
Okay, 3 minutes.
See you, Doug.
That was a synchronistic moment. That's my bro. That was my bro. I was walking out my back door to Legal Pete's, and he's one of my. It would mean the world to me. I mean, it would mean the world to my mom if I was there. That's one of the things about money. Money isn't just about buying cars and houses. Money also can make a difference between being with someone you love, like my mom on her 90th birthday. So I'm gonna walk to Starbucks now. I'm walking right by. I can hear this young man yelling help right now. And as it relates to what I'm doing now, what Dean talks about, Dean Graziosi, who I may sound like a broken record, is one of my virtual mentors, probably my most significant one I feel closest to in Matthew McConaughey. But what Dean talks about is related to what I want to share. is he says, and I agree, most people often just live their life. They just live life. They get up in the morning, have their coffee, take the bus to work or drive to work, commute to work, go to work, come home, watch TV.
Beautiful day, my friend.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
I'll take this kind of weather anytime.
You know it. They were saying earlier this week we really weren't supposed to have this nice of weather until come tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And then and I'm told that it lasts until like Wednesday, and then
We're gonna have a couple days of snow.
Yeah,
But
what,
then-
Thursday, Friday? Thursday, Friday?
Yeah, and then we're gonna have about 2 weeks of real nice weather again.
Oh yeah. But we're supposedly we're supposed to be up to 60 tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. In that, I love Denver.
Yeah, 4 seasons, best 4 season climate.
That I've lived in both Austin, Texas, and St. Petersburg, Florida. 9 years in St. Pete, 5 or third year Austin.
I don't know if you know I'm talking to myself.
I know.
You're on. I just want you to know.
Yeah, I know.
I like talking to people, and some people are conscious of. I try to be
Oh,
respectful.
you're fine. You're fine. In fact, I like it. In that, this right here.
You mind if I?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. This right here is exactly the majority of everything as to why I love it here.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Yeah. I'm glad because I have a channel called Driving to Tokyo, and one of the things I'm a retired truck driver, C9 Transportation. I drove a million miles all over the U.S.
No kidding.
And I've lived in Japan. I've lived everywhere, but I lived here before I started driving a truck. I lived here 18 years, and I could go anywhere, and I'd come back here. And then one of the reasons I got a loft here for 50% off.
If you can't
I can tell you. No, I want to pass it on to you because it's part of why I came back here. I drove a truck 13 years and loved it, and I lived part-time in Tokyo, and I'm 70, I'm a young 70, but a buddy of mine who was one of my cab driving friends kept telling me, dude, you can have a better life, you could get a loft in a Mercantile Square loft. He knew the owners. And he was the first tenant to move in this loft, 1996, but I kept turning him down. I knew about Denver, I liked it, but I thought I was gonna retire like when I was 75.
Yeah.
And what happened is you know how things happen for a reason?
Yep.
I finally got to the point, circumstances kind of forced me to do this, to make a change.
Yeah.
But here, I'll answer your question. This whole building and the sister building, not all the units have a discount, but you have to come in under 42,000 and it has to be available. So here's what happened with me. I was actually physically sleeping in my car because I had Social Security, I couldn't afford to have an apartment. And then I started driving for Lyft, so I had the extra money.
Yeah.
And then this apartment that I have opened up in August after I was here about a few months. Anyway, long story short, I almost didn't apply, but I thought, what the heck, I'll apply. I put my application on Friday with my taxes, all the stuff you had to turn in.
Yeah.
And on Monday, I qualified.
Oh, wow.
And it's a 50% discount. Because of this area, all the places are real expensive here.
Yeah.
But here's the real cool thing. I save about $800 a month on rent. I still pay $1,100, so it's still $1,100.
Yeah.
But what
you're down here at Mercantile Lofts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right across the street.
Yeah.
But here's the second real cool thing. They said after I'm in the loft, which I have, and I fulfill my first year lease, the second year lease, there's no income restrictions. So there's a double benefit. It means I get $800 off. But then with my Lyft business, if I want to make more than the 42, let's say 50 or 60, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying this to brag or boast. I'm just saying I'm so fortunate. It's good to have gratitude and humility.
Yeah.
And count your blessings.
Oh yeah.
Because going from sleeping in my car, to having a place, and having those two benefits is awesome.
Yeah.
So I like to pass it on. There's a lot of people that were one step from being homeless and needed to turn their life around. And so it's one, now frankly, there's not always lofts available.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, this is a great location.
Well, come on, man. You're right here on Wine Coop at 16th Street Mall. I mean, God, what more could you really want? I mean, there isn't.
This is, in my opinion, for a single person, I have with the money I save, I have my parking garage right here.
Yeah.
And I go in and out of the parking garage 24 hours a day. I don't have to deal with the meters here. So the 800, I invest a little bit of it, and I have a parking garage here, my apartment here, and I walk everywhere. Look, I'm Mountain Shores today.
Oh, wow. Hey, quick question, please, if you don't mind. And to be perfectly truthfully honest with you, what I need is a blunt wrap. And they're like $2, I guess. And I'm not trying to needle you for monies if you don't have it.
Well, to tell you the truth, if I had it, I would give it to you. But I honestly don't carry money around.
No worries. It's cool.
Yeah,
I get it.
But you got to ask.
Yeah. But hey, man, you look really good. You sound really good.
I'm not like his typical 70-year-old.
Well, listen. Stay young.
Yeah, it's all in your mind, bro.
Yeah. Well.
You know, and genetics maybe.
Yeah. But I'm glad I met you this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. What's your name?
My name's Eric.
Eric, thanks for being on video too. Most people are afraid to be on video.
And your name is?
Doug.
Doug?
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Have a good day, okay?
You do the same.
So I didn't mean to cut into my video time, but it's a perfect example. I walk around talking to myself on camera. Okay. It's about an hour, dude. Yeah, it's an hour. We're at 91%, dude. April 25th, just after midnight, 2:39 a.m. Starbucks here opens up at 5, and we're in an all-electric car. We're in serious trouble, dude. I know it's not a good situation we're in, but we got Tony, we got Dean Graziosi, and we got Matthew McConaughey, dude. Plus we got our Namio Horenki Kyo and our sponsor, dude. I know, dude, but I gotta get some sleep. We got lots of stuff to take care of. Let's go back to our regular program.